Hello everybody. I'm the elder man. We need to find we needed to find a hiding spot, so we found it, and yes, we now have found the one who tried to ambush this house.
Mr. Holmes, come and see what... All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge.
Finish your
You're
sentences,
coming with me to
boys.
the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Ooh. Deduction. Breaking attempts and pinned to the wall are not connected. So continue. Alright, I need to examine Nelligan's belongings. So if I'm correct, it's here.
These are the suspect's belongings.
So
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
it's the exact same
These
as we found.
abbreviations mean something, but what? These abbreviations.
Alright, so that's not...
A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
So they are exactly the
These
same.
abbreviations mean
Right, a ring. So...
from R. Dawson.
From R. Dawson to my friend and partner.
1883. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
So,
Pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
so I have two options, or I go direct to him directly, or I'm going to my home first, and then I'm gonna look through the evidence. Yes, let's go to 22 Baker Street. This is my archive. This is newspapers 8883. Dawson and Nelligan. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio, and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard of his yacht, preparing on departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by police and his creditors. So,
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
right. No, no. This is really useful. So, if you're already on your way, you can change the destination. So, oh wait, here he is. Dawson and
I have
Nelligan.
heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on
Those
board.
are the
Thank you
abbreviations.
for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
So, let's check him out. Shabby cap. A patch. Thin neck. Expensive fabric. Elaborate buttons. Short sleeves. Ooh, callous. Scars. So what happened? The gold ring.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
What? Slightly correct answer. The answer.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The
I've,
ring is mine.
I've played this game, but I don't know. Yes.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
The sea knife was found near Carrie's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, Did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Okay, right. So task experiment required. Right, we're going to the
I need to
experiments.
stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Alright, so I need to go to my home now. Baker Street. Let's change my outfit. Yes. Let's go to Watson.
A spot of whaling, Watson? Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
So first I need to go to Woodman's Lee. I need to pick one harpoon. Go back, then go back to the White Capel. White Capel? I don't think that's right.
That should do it. Now I am...
Yes, White Capel Butcher. I was right. Whoa, that was quick.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test. Holmes, you should try to aim.
No. I'm going to right now. Damn.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength.
Alright. Now do it quick. Yes, finally. When I tried this for the first time, it's
This
was
is
really
the best possible result that I could get. You
happened
see what?
instantly.
Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
He's such a dick. Right, so you don't need any strength and it's just a lucky throw. Right. So yeah, let's go back to Baker Street. What should I do now?
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Let's do. Oh, I think this is an Easter egg, but I don't really know for sure. But it's quite nasty. He's looking. His telescope is looking at her. You can move it around. It's just.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Let's go back to Scotland Yard. I don't know why, but let's go back to Scotland Yard.
Mr. Holmes?
Wait, is that the same guy we met?
Mr. Holmes?
Yes, it is. But he looks exactly the same.
Mr. Holmes?
No, he doesn't. Well, his
Mr. Holmes?
voice is the same. Went to John A. Woodward. Let's try to.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Mr. Holmes?
Why is everybody saying it the same on this?
Locked.
Oh, it's locked. Door open. Nothing here. Alright, what do we need to do?
These are the suspects. These abbreviations mean.
What do we need to do now? Wait, I know what I did wrong. I think I need to go through my archive again because I did it before I was going to talk. No, I think no, there's a big bug in the game.
My archive. I can always consult with it if... My archive. My archive. I can always consult with it if... This is where I keep my post.
I think I glitched the game out. Or do I?
My...
No, I just go back to Woodman's Lee. Look what's up there. Then go back.
(1883). That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. This is the crew log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing. Log notes for August. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR.
Oh.
A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
I know what I need to do. Do I have the abbreviations with me? No, they're still at Scotland Yard.
Mr. Holmes?
These are the suspects, but I wonder if these are connected.
CPR.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Oh wait, no. So yeah, I needed a few attempts before I really could throw it right, and I think Holmes is strong, but I don't know. I think you need a strength. Yeah, I think you need strength. So yeah. No.
Locked.
Let's talk to him. I know what the abbreviations mean. Breaking.
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belong to my family. but I could not find them there.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please let me go. I am innocent.
I thought we had a cooperation, but now you're going to act not so nice. Alright, I'm going to Baker Street, and then I'm going to look for the people of the abbreviations. A sailor perhaps.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
To call him, yes.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, as his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry
He's
to trouble
funny.
you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Whoa, his
Thank
face
you.
is so
I'll be
ugly.
there shortly.
Find the crew, see unicorn. Alright. Let's go to Scotland Yard. So first I'm going to look through his belongings.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
He's so sarcastic. But guys, I'm going to end it here because otherwise it's gonna be too long this video. So I'll see you guys the next time.